Hi everyone. So, I gotta say this somewhere that's not gonna like put me in another mental institution. And I hope to say it in 12 minutes and 16 seconds because every time I add files now, I seem to be having to delete even more files. Something was done to my phone by someone. I don't know who. Could be one of many people or nobody, and maybe it was just a virus that got into my phone. Whatever it is, every time I add a new file, it's really big. I try to make it smaller, but the settings are kind of off. And when I go to tape them, and like this one, it takes up a lot of space, and then all of a sudden I have to delete all the files, and then I can't get to my cloud for some reason on this phone anymore to bring pictures up. I try to get onto my computer with and that also doesn't work either. So all these things stop working for me on this. And now it's crazy. This stuff is happening. But you know what? Maybe me putting my phone down somewhere, somebody picking it up that knew how to fuck with it, and then fucking with it just to fuck with me, is something that right now, totally possible. Completely possible. So what's been happening is very interesting. About 15 years ago in Florida is the first time I actually started hearing my spirit guides, and actually talking with them, communicating with them, and them. I'm asking them questions, them help. They're asking me. I'm asking them questions, and they're helping me. They're guiding me through certain things, and it's good. But then all of a sudden something weird happened, and this happened 15 years ago, and now it's happening again now. I started getting all these other signals and all these other, almost like it's like somebody talking into a cell phone and then beaming it into my head, and me being able to pick it up, and I don't want to pick it up because what ends up happening is that if they know me and they want to manipulate something that I want to do, they can literally tell me something, and then now I know what I know. The things that I put on that video the other day, I know those things. But then I get stories that kind of like push me aside, push me this side, and then create a whole nother side. And then like, oh, wait, maybe it is. No, wait, how did that come up? Wait a second. The first thing that I thought about, and it kind of like it came up, that's the thing. But then something is guiding me. So, and it's not my spirit guides because when I talk to them in a certain way, and they respond back in a certain way, and I don't have to say the thing. I just kind of like think it. With these other things, they come in and they tell me these things, and they want me to say it, and I end up saying it, and they can hear it somehow. I know, sounds fucking crazy, man. Sounds like if somebody was telling me the story, I'd be like, yo, dude, you should maybe like chill for a while, right? This happened to me 15 years ago, though, and when I left Florida, it stopped, and then it kind of happened again when I was living in Clark, and then it stopped, and now it's happening again. Now, the thing of it is, there could be a few different reasons. Right? Why, how, and then this is the thing. There's two things that were kind of like given to me, and I'm hoping. And some of them, I mean, when something's given to me, then I ask my spirit guide, "Is this true or not?" And they say it was not from me. If it wasn't from me, then it's not from me. But sometimes I forget, and I say, "Oh man, well maybe it's." Oh, but wait a second, guide, no. It's not for me. I wouldn't say that, but I will tell you, if you ask me a question, I will answer it, and I will help you. I will never guide you, and I will never push you in some direction. I'm just here to help. But these other things seem to be things that kind of like push you. Now, I don't know. Now I have been doing a lot of things lately, okay? And these things are, things that if you know, and with science the way it is, and with scientists that want to make a lot of money on fucking drugs and the selling of invention and the black market, all that kind of stuff. That stuff creates an avenue for manipulation of whatever you consider someone that does that thing that you happen to be able to give them, and then so two things were given to me. Either somehow, somewhere, sometime I got an implant put somewhere in my head or somewhere that then receives these things and it's connected to something that then it becomes like a clear. I mean, I'm talking about cell phone in the head thing. That's what it. That's the future, right? We're gonna have little chips in the head that we don't have to carry phones anymore. Woo! Maybe that's right now. And somebody did that to me 15 years ago. I don't know. And And you know, I'm gonna go to the doctor. Hey, doctor, can you see if I have a chip anywhere in my head? It's like, really? Okay, and you want to pay for that, right? Well, that the insurance is not going to cover that. But if you want, it's $5,000 to find out if you have a chip in your head. Would you like to pay, sir? So yeah. And the other thing that I was told, and that somehow, some way, me, okay, through something, okay, I'm not saying me being this special person that has this special power, but somehow, maybe it's for all the plant medicine that I've done, because I've done a lot of plant medicine in my life, you know, and don't get me wrong, you know, it's had its toll at times, but it's also been very opening. You know, I'm talking like, oh, wow, okay. Wow, I'm understanding a little more. And, you know, not very good in a civilization that doesn't understand very more, but very good in a sense where, okay, I'm not crazy. You fucking people are. I'm just saying. I'm not calling, you know, anybody crazy or anything that they do. But, you know. So, 6 minutes. I got 6 minutes left. So the second is I got this telekinesis, and it could be from the plant medicine, or it could have been something genetic that was and I'm somehow I'm able to communicate with these spirit guides. Maybe one other person, it could be real or not, I'm not sure yet, that kind of guides me, and then these fucking things that always push me into one direction or another and fucking woo sometimes. And it's true. If I stay up a little bit too long, it gets a little bit, you know, intense. And if I get to a point where maybe it's, you know, maybe they're trying to help me stop something, so they're like the parent that got, hey, stop doing that. That's what they're like. And, you know, not to, you know, not to beat their horse, but it kind of sucks. But at the same time, I always come out of it knowing something a little bit more. Now, of course, you know, some are a product of something manipulating, you know, something, you know, for profit somehow something is all right. This is the one. You mix this compound right here that's going to replace all that. This compound right here, this is going to do it, and it's going to make people like, wow, man, you know, really know stuff, you know. Like, really, and then we can fucking beam into their heads and tell them shit. And then, you know what? And then we can manipulate them and get into fucking spending all their money and doing everything that we need to get them to a certain point, and then fucking just toss them out. Hey, you want to do that with me? We make a lot of money, boo. We're going to make money. So that is what, you know, it feels like to have these. So I'm saying this to say the mammoth woman that comes so I say this to the mammoth woman, and she goes, and she told oh no, because it's actually 3 possibilities. What did I say the first one? Let's see. The first one was that I got chipped. The second one was telekinesis, and the third one, and this is the big one, that I have some kind of I don't know, an illusionary world that I'm living through, that I create all these things from these probabilities and then bring them in and making my life to make my life more interesting. I don't think I'm really capable or caring enough to do something like what I've just done. Now, I did it 15 years ago and it was something similar, but this one was really, I had a lot more to lose. I had a lot to lose last time, a house and an ex-wife, and I mean, a lot of shit to lose, a job, a lot of shit to lose. I mean, I lost it. But this time it was a little bit harder. And it's still becoming hard to deal with. And I'm still dealing with it with a sense of, I don't know what the fuck is gonna come next. Because I really don't. I don't know, you know, again, spirit guides, I got this other voice that seems to be helping me somewhat or another. I don't know where it's from. It could be another dimension. It could be something from the same star system as me, you know, communicating through the same system. I've heard a lot of things. I don't know for sure, okay? But that seems to be very helpful, and most of the time. And then you have the ones that are just bashing me, man, and they just no, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt myself. Hurt others? No. So I'm explaining to the mammoth woman, and what is the one that she decides to pick, right? Which one would you think she would pick? 1, 2, or 3. Sir, I think really you have a illusionary world thing. I think you need to go to. Why? Because that's paying your fucking salary, right? I'm just saying. I'm sorry to yell because. So because it kind of, it's a 10 minute, I got 2 minutes left. So it is this thing that I'm not sure what these other things are. Now, if they are some kind of device that is being used with little microchips or whatever the fuck you call those little tiny things that become robots and get into your blood and fix your whole body, in the future, those things, done in a certain way to, not telling the person, no, this is really good, man, Hey. It's something that then, of course, can be used to manipulate. And if it's that, then that's very interesting. Okay, it's sci-fi, crazy. It's like out of this world. Woo woo. But I am not crazy. What I'm hearing are the things that I know that I'm hearing. They are not me talking to myself. They are not altered personalities. I can do different skits. Woo woo woo. I can do the I'm an actor thing. But that's not really what I do. And what these other things become is something that either challenges me or fucks me the hell up sometimes over things that I feel that I'm being judged over by things that everyone else is saying to me. So it's almost like I'm reading, it could be reading people's minds in a sense, where when it comes to judgment and feeling that very, very intensely. I know that's called empathy, very empathetic. It's more than that. It's not just feeling it, it's fucking hearing it. And it can become very annoying. And of course, when I do certain things that society does not want me to do, it seems to be worse. And I think it's then caused by the judgment from society and maybe these little tiny microchips in the head, or maybe the thing that you take in, and then because I have this telekinesis power, I'm able to then hear it even more, to the point where it's like, I gotta cut it off. Or I'm creating this whole illusionary world around me because I'm bored and it's fun, I love living out of a studio that I'm gonna get kicked out of, and I think I've decided to leave because now at this point, after tonight and what happened, I'm not just feeling it, and a home that I no longer have. And the choice of hotels that really don't want me there because I'm now blacklisted as something.